Welcome to the chaos that is me mid-organizing my nail studio. I started this project with the closet that's in my nail studio because as I get busier and busier with work, I've been having such a hard time finding anything. We moved into this house and everything just kind of went in drawers and closets and boxes, and there wasn't too much organization to it. So I spent the weekend reorganizing this closet here completely. I wanted a space for like my shipping supplies here for press-ons. I needed something for my scrapbook papers and all of my little office-y type of things. So this was the project, and I didn't film any of this, but then I figured, hey, let's turn the camera on and film this desk mess and reorganizing the desk and some other things. So you guys are catching me midway through organizing this desk. I had taken all of my nail tips out. These are the Gel X ones that are colored that are discontinued and I wish they would bring back, as well as the neutral ones. I am just wanting to label these all because I have been using these a lot more when I'm creating content, and it's been really annoying to like open my drawer and not be able to see what it is. I hate sorting through different products. If it can be labeled, it will be, because it just makes things so much easier for me. I had full intentions of stopping there when it came to my nail desk, but then I opened up my drawers and realized just how bad all of them were. So I decided to clean everything out of every single drawer, give the drawers a really good wipe down, and then reorganize everything when it went back in. So what I used to actually clean the drawers is a little bit of the Fusion cleanser. I just dumped it in the drawer. There's probably a way better way to do this, but these drawers were so saturated with different types of gels from over the years that I figured I would need a lot to clean it out. Just make sure you've got some ventilation going if you're going to do this, because it definitely created like a lot of stronger odors with that much product being used. So I moved on to this drawer. This drawer was probably the worst, I think. This one had all of my like top coats and my different base gels and everything in it. So I'm just going to clean everything out and do the exact same thing here. Wipe it down with some of that Fusion cleanser. I have used like alcohol over the years as well, and it does not work as good as the Fusion cleanser did to clean out my drawers. So I would definitely recommend trying that if you've got some. You're starting a project like this, it can be so overwhelming, but I find the best thing to do is just take everything out of the drawers, just kind of put it wherever you're going to, because we're going to sort through it soon, which is honestly one of my favorite parts. I love sorting and organizing. So I'm just removing everything from my, I kind of want to call it like my tool slash brush drawer. The nice thing about taking my time to do all of this over the year is that I have been able to see, okay, like how does my desk function for me? Where do I want my certain drawers to be? Where am I thinking that different products need to go back into? So when I go back to reorganizing this desk, I know exactly where I want to put everything, because it's going to function the best for what I'm doing right now in my career. The left side of my nail desk I tend to use more for, say, tools or office supplies, but honestly a lot of this stuff doesn't even need to go in my nail desk. I don't use it at my nail desk. I actually use it throughout my house, or I use it when I need like office supplies. So really just getting everything out of here and assessing what I have is like my main goal for what I want to do with my desk. And it's going to be so satisfying when we go back in and put everything in, because half, even more than half of this stuff is not even going to go back in these drawers. Now, I'm not going to say this is the best or the most efficient way to clean and organize, but with the amount of disaster that these drawers in this nail studio actually was behind the scenes, it's what kind of worked best for me. Plus, sorting through the amount of stuff here just brings me so much joy. Like, I know this would overwhelm so many people, but I love just sitting down and like categorizing all of this stuff and putting it back where it goes. So I was really excited for this project, and it has been building up for like ever since we moved into this house. When we first moved in, I basically just needed everything to set up and function for me in the studio, and I wasn't really overly concerned where everything went, as long as I kind of had a general idea where it goes. But now is the time to sit down and actually give everything a home and share it with you guys, because I know you guys really enjoy watching some of these organization videos, and I do hope that it gives you some good tips and tricks for organizing, and maybe even to do it yourself, because I know it can be such an overwhelming task to even just get started with. This insert here that you guys are seeing me organize organize is from IKEA, and it actually fits in the Alex drawer units, these smaller ones, perfectly. So I have a couple of them throughout my drawers. Now to sort through my nail products that I have in my desk drawers and that I reach for all of the time. So I mainly create content for brands, for social media, for my workshops, and I also have a few select press-on clients. So that is the majority of the products that I need to be reaching for all of the time, is things that I use for both of those options. And I have a bunch of different matte top coats, different top coats that I've been trying out, and I wanted them all kind of sorted together in their own little categories. So I have one for matte top coats, one for shiny top coats, one for builder gels. I also had a category for like just nail polish, because I do use plain like regular nail polish on my girls sometimes. One of my favorite places to look for these little organizers is actually HomeSense or Winners, and in the States I believe it's called Home Goods. You can find a lot of these like different type of polish racks in the cosmetics section, and they work really good for like the Alex units that I have at my nail desk. So that's what I am doing right now, is just sorting all of the different products here, kind of by brand, but as well as by type and by how often I need to reach for it. Now that my drawers are all nice and tidy and organized here, I can put everything back into where I want it to go. Those stampers that are back there are my chrome head stampers that I use for chrome stamping. I just leave the chrome on there, that way it's ready to go whenever I need it. Now I'm just going to work on putting things back where I want them to go. This is just a tools drawer where I keep some tools that I tend to use often in my nail studio. And I do want to label as many things as humanly possible. This is something that I have really started to do not only in the nail studio but throughout my entire house. It helps me with my ADHD, just like you would think I would remember where these things go, and I know where they go, but if I don't have a visual cue that this is where they go, then I tend to just put them wherever. So for me in this brush drawer, I have organized them by watercolor, nail art mediums, as well as gel brushes, and then I've got the long one on the side there that I'm going to put all my tools in. I have all my ring palettes, and then some brush holders, small lamps, and then of course some nail pins, and you see me use these in my nail art workshop. I have a nail art workshop coming up very soon that we will be using those for a little bit more. So this is what my nail studio looks like after I have tidied the majority of the items up, and I was liking how my desk was looking, and I don't mind things on my desk, but I was finding like the right side of my desk to be a little bit too cluttered. And then I also have this little area that I keep not like my most used nail art products, but things that I tend to use a lot for nail art, and I just wanted to better organize them because they were just kind of sitting on my desk, so I thought I would put them in this little polish rack first. So on the right hand side here, I just wanted to minimize the amount of items that I had over here. So I actually moved a lot of them to another cart, and I will show you guys that probably in a vlog coming up. It's nothing too crazy. I just cleared off the top of it and put some of the items there. And then I wanted to organize this little spinny thing here. I get a lot of my crystal dishes just on Swap and Buy or at like thrift stores, and I love using them in the nail studio. They just look so pretty when the sun is like shining in here. And this little spinny tray just houses like mostly my most used top coats and products from Coco & Claire. So this is what the desk looks like completed here. And I did want to label all of the outsides of my drawers here because, again, I need some visual cues to help me remember where everything goes. Even though like once I open the drawer, I obviously know what's in there, but with my ADHD, I do find if it's like out of sight, it's completely out of mind. So these little visual cues are definitely helping me in the nail studio as well as throughout the house. I would like to say, an unhealthy obsession with pens. I love different pens and trying them out and seeing how they work for my planners or just writing. And if there is something that I need to write down, I love to have like a good pen for it. So I decided, you know what, today is the day that we are going to organize all of the pens in my nail studio as well as my house. It's honestly like ridiculous. But I wanted to keep my most used pens at my desk here in this like floral spinny thing. And then some of my other pens, I do have some at my desk as well as in this cart, and then we've got like a little office space that I have them in too. So this is the footage that you guys are seeing here is just me organizing a whole bunch of pens. It's honestly like unreal, but I have some of my favorite ones that I tend to use the most, and then I love working with like dot markers and highlighters and stuff in my planners. It's just like a really nice way to add a fun aspect to writing boring stuff down, because as we know with ADHD, if it's boring, I ain't gonna do it. So if I have something that like encourages me to do it, such as like really cool pens, then I will have a more likely chance of actually accomplishing the task that I am out to do. So this box here is the pens that I have throughout my house too. I did want to take the time to organize it so that I could put it where I wanted it to be. So after I have the pens done, this was the last task that I wanted to accomplish today. I was able to get my workspaces, so my computer desk, my nail desk, and then that closet done. But I do have to go through all of my nail art drawers still, and I will do my very best to film at least some of it and put it in a vlog for you guys. It's just going to be a really big task, so I haven't got to it yet, but for the most part, I'm actually able to function in this space now, and it makes me so happy that I was able to take the time to do this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this organizing video. Definitely comment below and let me know if there is anything else you want to see more specifics of for organizing, and I will be sure to film that. Make sure you're following me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!